talked about this week about the capital cost, the operational cost, but also the life cycle cost. Today, we want to talk about something that's very important, another one, which is the LCOE. I'm sure you heard about it before. You may not necessarily realize what it's all about, but that's what I'm here for, right? Just to make sure that I can demystify that for you. The levelized cost of energy. Renewables energy is growing, is getting bigger and bigger, and we like it. And it's important for you to understand the cost associated with this project. So one key concept that you cannot escape, definitely not, is the LCOE, right? What does that mean, the LCOE, right? For those of you listening for me, I'm sure if you're well versed into finance, this is something that you've come across, and you probably will know that, like the back of your hand. But for many other people, they will keep on hearing about it, but they just don't know, because it was my case when I started the industry. So LCOE, it stands for, it's a measure of the cost effectiveness of a renewable energy project. What it takes into account, right? It's the total cost of building and operating this asset, as well as the income generated from selling the electricity produced, right? You usually express that in dollar per kilowatt hour, right? So that's what usually, and to calculate that, it's very, very simple. What you do, you would take the initial investment that is required for your project. That's your capital cost. And you include, things like the cost of material, labor, construction. You have all of that, to which you would add your ongoing cost of operating and maintaining the equipment, which is the operation cost. Now you understand why we had to define those one before, right? And definitely in the capital cost as well, you will have the cost of financing. And when you have that, you also have to take into account the income that your project has generated. Yeah, what you have collected from selling that electricity produced by the project. Now, to get the LCOE, definitely what you want to make sure is that you are dividing the total life cycle cost of your project by the total life cycle energy production. I think you can see that in the formula that I'm sharing that here. Yeah. So that is making that very, very simple. So for you to understand, and that's how you calculate that. Simple, easy, right? And it's an important metric for a renewable energy project because it provides you with a clear and consistent way to compare the cost effectiveness of different technologies and projects. And it allows decision makers to easily compare the cost and benefit, right? And in order for them to make informed choices on which project they want to be investing in. Yeah. So it will allow comparison as well between a renewable energy project and traditional fossil fuel. You provide a clear way to compare the cost of electricity from different sources on a level playing field. You probably heard about level playing field. We're going to define that definitely in one of our videos, right? And this is very useful for policymakers and regulators, because when they're making decisions on how to support the growth of renewables energy, they probably want to look at the LCOE. Yeah, it helps them to assess the economic viability of the project and to identify area where costs can be reduced in order to make the project more financially attractive. So overall, it's a very valuable metric, yeah, because it provides you a clear and consistent way to look at the cost effectiveness of renewable energy project, as I mentioned, yeah, and it's essential for decision making. So just to give you an idea of what the LCOE could be for 1 megawatt solar plant we looked at before since the start of this project. Yes, it would depend on many factors: location, technology, price specifics, so on and so forth. But to give you an idea, you can look at anything between 5 cents to 15 cents per kilowatt hour. That's what you're looking at for solar PV plant. It gives you an idea. But like I say, it varies on many things. But at least you get an understanding. Yeah, that's what the LCOE is. It's a very, very important measure. And if you're an investor, I'm sure you keep on tracking that on a daily basis. Is it clear? Excellent. So that's what I could say for today. So if you like the video, 3 things I want you to do: you like, you comment, and also you share that. And for me, I see you tomorrow where we're going to be defining the last concept for the week. And I'm sure you're still going to like it. So take care and you have a great day. Bye-bye.